What's up, folks? Brian back finally. Yeah, so new comic books for this week. I'm gonna start off with the the bombshell variants, just because I'm so in love with these covers. They're just awesome. The first one I've got is the Detective comics, and it is the Poison Ivy. So she'll grow on you, and she's already grown on me. I think this is probably the best Ivy's looked in a long time. Just my opinion. Then I've got the Justice League United, and it is Stargirl. There you go. No more glare. Yay. So yeah, Stargirl, and then I've got one more. I think I missed one this week. I'll pick it up tomorrow when I go to work. So it's Superman, Wonder Woman, and it is Wonder Woman and Super Chick. And these, I can't say enough good about the artwork that's appearing here, because I love the whole nose art on aircraft and the pinups from the 40s and all that. I think it's when women were just pretty damn hot back then. So speaking of nose art and bombs in the 40s, I got Royals number 5. This was a really good issue. I don't want to give anything away, but it's a good issue. If you've been reading this so far, and you haven't picked up issue 5, you got something to look forward to. I mean, it's not extraordinary, but there's a little secret revealed that's pretty cool. Next up, because I'm going in my DC and Vertigo, I got Coffin Hill. I haven't read this yet. I got to get to it. It's looking pretty creepy. But yeah, I'll get to it soon. Next up, we got Sons of Anarchy number 10, I think. I didn't realize this was going to go on so long, so I'm going to have to dig out at my other issues and start reading them, because I thought it was only going to be 5 or 6 issues, and I would just read them like a trade all together at once. But yeah, guess I'm wrong. So I just have to catch up. That's enough of that stuff. We're going to get into Image. Real Heroes, number 3. I like the first couple issues. This issue is a little weak. I think it's nothing really happened. They fell out of the sky pretty much, and the Quicksilver knockoff guy ran to California, and nothing really, no real good developments. It's kind of like a filler issue, I guess. Now, these next 3 books. Oh, I'm sorry. These next 2 books I haven't gotten to reading yet. The first one I had is Shutter number 3. Beautiful cover. I really enjoyed issue number 1, and I've got to dig out issue 2 and read it and catch up with number 3. But the cover's awesome. Then Starlight issue 4. There's a variant cover to this that I almost bought. That's pretty nice. It's mostly a white cover with a woman. I think she's walking towards you or away. I don't recall. I only saw it for a couple seconds, because I really wasn't paying that much attention. But I went for this cover just because it's keeping it in vein, more in line with the other covers. So far, this title's been pretty cool. I've been enjoying it a lot, so I don't see any reason for this to be different with number 4. Walking Dead number 128. This book, I'm going to spoil it a little bit for you, just because I'm a spoiler for Walking Dead, because it took so long to get going again after that, through that last story arc. Yeah, so they're kind of like jump into the future, and you're seeing a little bit of how Rick's utopia is going, or whatever you want to call that. So I don't understand. I don't think I even saw a zombie in this whole issue, so I mean, I know it's The Walking Dead, but you don't have to put zombies on the cover if they're not in the book. Maybe there are. Maybe I just didn't remember seeing them, because I just read the book fairly quickly. I heard, and I'm not sure about this, because I just heard this gossip. I haven't actually read it anywhere. somebody told me they read it on the Skybound website or Facebook page or something. But I heard old Daryl Dixon showing up next issue. So for all you Daryl fans from the TV show, you got something to look forward to in print, from what I hear. This next issue, I don't know how. Alright, so the guys at the shop totally fucked me on this book. They didn't put it in my pull box, so I had to go hunting for it. Which I was kind of irritated with because, you know, I work there. How the hell did this book go missing? I mean, they throw a lot of extra stuff in my box that, you know, just a recommendation. And that's usually pretty cool, but I don't know how they... Because I've been raving about this book since it first came out. Hell, I've been raving about this book since it appeared in Walking Dead 115, the little teaser. They're like, make sure I get this on my pull list. I love this book. It's awesome. That's all I can say about it. So Tim mentioned how he likes the coloring on this, and I gotta agree with you on that, Tim. It's kind of muted. I really do enjoy the colors on this. And as much as I love this book, I love this one even more just because it's got McFarlane and Silvestri on the same cover. Holy shit, McFarlane actually draws something? Holy fucking Christ. I would, you know what? So I know a lot of people really like McFarlane's toys and all that stuff, but you know what? I would take every single McFarlane toy in the world and melt it down into a lump of fucking plastic if it meant Todd would start drawing comic books again. He's always done really creepy, weird stuff, you know, with Spawn, and I think that makes this cover really, really cool with this giant fly thing that Sacagawea there is whacking on. Now, I wouldn't want to see Todd drawing this book because I really love. I don't know the guy's name. I never really. I'm paying less and less attention to artists in some sense because, like, this book, I just fell in love with this book right away, and I guess I should have paid more attention. So I'm going to guess Matthew Roberts is the artist, or Chris Dingus. I don't know. It's really not important because I'm just loving it. I'm not sure how much I'll like their work on something else, but I think that everything about this book fits together well, and just really excited to see McFarlane and Silvestri doing something together. Yay, together. All right. Now, that knocks out that stuff. Now we're going to move on to perhaps some of my favorite books, even though sometimes I've left scratching my head by Quantum and Woody. It's the Valiant section of this week, and we're going to start things off with cover A of Bloodshot and Hardcore. Bloodshot versus Hardcore. I haven't read it yet, but I do like the book, and so I got cover B. You know, I'm a freaking sucker for these Valiant variants, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I did read this, and it's Armor Hunters #1. So apparently there are the armor that, you know, the Vine created or grew or however the hell it happened. Apparently it comes on as being a good boon, a boon to Eric here, and so apparently there are more than one. There's more than one good skin. I don't remember if he calls it the good skin in this new Valiant or not, but I'm going to throw it back to old Valiant. He calls it good skin in that. So anyways, there's a lot more than one good skin, and I guess it starts off being a good thing, and then eventually it goes off batshit crazy and destroys planets. So these other guys are armor hunters, and they hunt the armors. That's as much as I know so far. I've been enjoying the book. I haven't been enjoying it since the get-go. I got the blank variant. I didn't really want it, but I got it anyways. I'll have to find somebody really talented to throw some ink on that for me. Next up is perhaps one of my favorite comic books throughout all of the books that are coming out. And it's because it's funny as shit most of the time. Archer and Armstrong. And if you read last issue, you see that there's a lot of dead celebrities in the book. And this one reveals how that happens. So, get the Lizard King there again. So, oh yeah, Tim, the guy on the cover of that one, that wasn't That was Jim Morrison himself, the Lizard King. So anyways, I got the second cover to it. And that wraps it up for Valiant. Now we're going to get into the Mouse books. And I call them that because Disney owns Marvel, and it's the Mouse. All new X-Men. Again, just Stuart Immonen is just rocking the house. I love this guy's work. He's kicking ass on this. Give me 1 second. I got something to show you that... Oh, shit. Where's it at? I had an example of his work here that is just atrocious I want to show you. And it's the reason why, before this book, I never even recognized his name because he sucked back in the day. I can't find it. I'll show you some other time. But it's a Fantastic Four book from like early on in the 3rd volume. And this guy, man, he sucked. His work was poo. But he has grown so much, and I just love his work now. So, kids, if your little grade school stuff sucks, keep practicing because you'll develop into a wonderful artist someday. Anyway, this book... Oh, yeah, so last issue you saw that Xavier and, I don't know, Wolverine's little child there rig up their future X-Men to come back in time. So basically, they've come up with a plan where they're going to... oh, yeah. Okay, so when they go back in time, they decide they're going to start going back in time to defeat the X-Men because they can't beat the future X-Men. So you're going to go back in time and beat them then. But they're not going so far back in time that they would cease to exist, you know, kill the X-Men before they're born because, you know, their fathers are Xavier and Wolverine, and their mother is Mystique. So when, in the recent past, did those two hook up with Mystique and she spit out 2 kids within a year or so apart? I don't know, but apparently she's a tramp, and Xavier and Wolverine hit it. So, anyway, oh yeah, so, and they've decided that, you know, they're gonna, if they fail, they're gonna send themselves a note to tell them, you know, hey, we fucked up, this is how we're gonna make it better next time. And that's what's happening. And it's a really good issue. This is some bullshit on the cover, though, because they got Scott here, and Scott wasn't in the issue. You know where Scott is. He's out in fucking outer space with his dad, learning how to do space drugs. But that was a great issue. Captain Marvel number 4. Haven't read it. Haven't read number 3 yet. I need to get into it. I need to read it. I did see today that one of the guys at the shop picked up a variant cover of a Captain Marvel book, and it was Mr. Art Adams' cover, and I'm kind of jealous that I didn't get a chance to buy that instead of that dude. Because it's awesome. Because it's Art Adams, and he's fucking awesome. I'm saying fuck a lot tonight. Sorry. Anyways, Amazing Spider-Man, did Learn to Crawl, haven't read it, don't really care too much about it. Deadpool number 30, this is for my kid, although I don't care too much about Deadpool. Dazzle's looking smoking hot in her 1970s Disco Queen outfit. Nightcrawler number 3, haven't read it yet. Need to read number 2, and then I'll read number 3. Original Sins, 1 of 5, as if there's not enough of this going on. One thing I do like about Original Sin is that it's not being tied through to every single Marvel comic book like that Thanos thing was recently. And the only ones that it's tied into, you know, it's easy to spot them because they have the Original Sin up here. So it's really easy to spot. And you don't have to worry about missing something on the shelf because it's glaringly obviously that it's there. What was that Thanos stuff again? This is a recent one. I don't remember. So I got Mighty Avengers number 11, or as somebody referred to it one day to me as the Black Avengers. And I was like, no. White Tiger's a Hispanic girl, so they're not the Black Avengers. But I did think about it, and since Blade came out of his Ronin closet, they're almost all black characters, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I think it's a little weird that Marvel did that because, you know, it's supposed to be a melting pot. Anyways, I haven't read for a couple issues. I need to get on it. I have been enjoying this book. I just, since school started back up and I'm going to, you know, I'm working at the comic shop, I'm not having a whole lot of time to dig into books. Another original Sentai in the all new event or Invaders #6. Haven't read it yet. Got to catch up on that book. Savage Wolverine number whatever. Haven't read it yet. Got to catch up on it. Although I do like this story arc where it's taking place in the 30s or whatever. It's kind of cool during probation. I read this. This is the variant cover for Uncanny X-Men Special. It's #1. This was not horrible. It was pretty good. I like that they're sort of digging into some of the new kids a little bit more. You're getting to see a little bit more of them, not here and there, and I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what the original cover looks like. I didn't see it. This is the one that they threw in my pull box, and it's I don't know who it's by, but it's pretty nice. Then the last book and last new comic book I've got today, or on Wednesday, is Figment #1, and I just got it because the artwork is awesome on the cover, and so I just thought it'd be pretty cool. I think would be freaking incredibly awesome as if. Okay, so from what I understand, this is from some Disney ride. I don't know. But since Disney owns Marvel now, it'd be pretty awesome if this little dude ended up being related to Lockheed. That'd be pretty cool. I need to read that just because it's, I need to read it. Now I'm going to show you a couple of back issues. Oh wait, I've got one more thing to show you before you dig into that. So, you guys should all be able to find this at your local comic shop, and it should cost you the low price of not a damn thing, because it's free. See? $0.00. I hope you guys overseas, Adam and Snow Abbott, I hope you guys, I hope your shops are getting these also. There's nothing super special about them, but it's the all new Young Guns. Apparently Marvel did this in the past where they focused on some young talent. Now, some of these artists, they've been around for a bit. A few years at least. I think one of them has been around for a lot longer, but so far, these guys are all pretty good in my opinion. But I think my favorite is Sarah Pichelli. All of her work that I've seen is really, really nice, really nice and clean and beautiful. So basically, all this does is gives you. We'll start with little Nick Bradshaw here. Shows you something they're working on currently. Gives you a picture of the person and a little bio, and then it shows you some interior artwork from what they've been working on for a few pages. So it's free, shouldn't cost you a damn thing, and it's pretty cool. I actually snagged about 4 or 5 of them, so if you can't get it at your local shop, shoot me a line and we'll work something out, and I'll send you one for nothing or something. Postage. I'll send it to you for postage. Now I'm going to dig into some back issues. And these back issues are X-Men back issues. And I snapped them up because they were like $2 at my shop. And these are from the time when I wasn't reading comics on a regular basis. So X-Men 157. 158, and these are all penciled by Salvador Larrocha. I think that's how you say his name. I'm probably way off on that, but this guy's got a really pretty, nice style to him. And these are all sequential, so I haven't been shouting out the numbers. So you do the math in your head. You can count. Here, 161, and then the last one I picked up is 162. Get rid of the glare. There we go. So, I have one more book to show you. Give me just a second. It's back issue. I want to peel off the price tag because it mars the book, but I will tell you what I paid for it. I paid it was $150. Then I have a 25% discount. So I picked this up, and I picked up another book and there are a couple more books. So I think total I paid like $125 for this plus a few more books. And I kind of bought this book because one, I don't have it, and two, I didn't feel like putting it on eBay and dealing with bullshit from somebody that wasn't happy because the book wasn't perfect. And this book is from back when Marvel was folding books in half when you had a subscription, like a bunch of Judo heads. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you The Amazing Spider-Man 122. The Death of the Green Goblin. So yeah, it's up there in price because it's, you know, Death of the Green Goblin, but you can see, right? I don't know if you can because of the glare or whatever, but there you can see, you should be able to see right where the glare ends. That's where the subscription fold is. So you can see it. It's not, you know, it is what it is. You know, they did what they did to books back in the day. So, but this would be a good placeholder until I, you know, find a better copy of it and can, you know, whatever, get a better deal. So yeah, I did it because I really didn't feel like putting it on eBay, and I needed it. So that's Amazing Spider-Man 122, and that mostly ends my video. So as I'm sitting here doing my little video, you can see my window here. My background, I pulled up some art for the Bombshell covers. You know, I Google searched it because I like to I'm putting those as my little intro thing. And it looks to me like they're building, that they're doing statues for these. Oh, there's some t-shirts. But it looks like they're doing statues for these, and man, some of these statues are like Black Canary. I'm not a huge Black Canary fan because I'm really not a huge DC fan, but Black Canary is smoking in these. She's got her little fishnet stockings and her little. She got a microphone. She's singing, and she's got a little rose in her hair and kind of got some bangs going on. But that Black Canary, I can't wait till that one comes out because that one's pretty damn hot. So anyways, folks, thanks for watching. If you stuck with me for another 22 minutes and 41 seconds, man, I feel sorry for you because this is time you're not getting back. But I appreciate it. You guys have a good night or day or whatever.